Hi everybody, this is Fuat from Turkey and I want to explain how to install HP 7000 C7000 enclosures in daisy chain. And what you will learn in this course, before that I want to introduce something. As you know, HP's official cost approximately $2,000. So uh, I hope you enjoy this course and you'll get the benefit because it's almost includes everything. And this is live. What you gonna learn: daisy chain, how to daisy chain blades, updating firmware of the blades, hardware firmware, onboard administrator and ILO. But in this video you will not see onboard administrator and ILO firmware update, but I will explain a little bit because it's already updated. If you have new server, it comes updated. How to mount virtual CD-ROM, first time setup wizard to install blade completely, but I don't often use this first time, but I will explain where is the onboard administrator password is located. This is very secret and key. IP addressing for blade, interconnects, power settings are already done. It's suitable everything. Daisy chain, how to. In this real customer site we have 3 enclosures, so you need only 2 Cat6 or 5 cable to connect from one's daisy chain port, which has computer sign. From that port you will plug this cable to the other enclosure's daisy chain port, but there is no computer sign here. Then the other enclosures manage chassis 1 computer sign daisy chain port. From that port the other enclosures daisy chain port. This is so easy. With 2 cables you can connect each of place and manage them over only 1 cable. You just need only 1 cable from onboard administrator 1 and the notebook 1, and make TCP/IP settings before connect. And then firstly you need to give IP address onboard administrator 1 over LED screen front of the HP 7000. With this LED you can set and give an IP address to the onboard administrator 1 and 2. Only 1 is enough. Then you can set another onboard administrator IP from the LED of the other enclosure, just 2-3 steps you need to configure before. I cannot show these steps because I am not front of the chassis, but I took a video from the computer site. I will explain everything. So let's open a video at the customer site. I will go some forward at the video because there are some mistakes and it took some time to get configuration. One moment. This is not. Firstly, we will see how to simultaneously make firmware updates to the blades. I have an issue, a problem at Java, so I solve it. Update Java runtime environment. So okay, to update one blade's firmware, hardware firmware, or to manage, we are first select the bay, for example fourth bay, and then ILO of this, then remote console, then continue with security error of Java. Then virtual drives, CD DVD, and virtual image, SPP. Oops, what is SPP? SPP includes all the firmwares of ProLine hardwares. And where to find SPP ISO? I wrote some tips from here for server hardware, firmware, and drivers, but we haven't any operating system, so you cannot install any drivers to absent operating system. So there is a link here, and I already entered HP service pack for ProLine. If you press here, you will see some versions of service pack for ProLine. I commonly use complete ISO image. This is bootable, and there is some non-bootable images for different operating systems. If you have already installed operating system, then choose the suitable operating system and mount the CD or ISO image and then install. It will completely update firmware and driver. If you haven't an operating system, you will use this image, but you will only update your firmwares, not drivers. This is the main trick. And we are continue the video. Virtual drives, CD DVD, virtual image, SPP ISO complete image for making firmware updates of drivers, of the updates of hardwares. Wait 5 or 10 seconds, automatic firmware update. I will show you another thing. One moment. This is a fast track course, includes almost everything. Okay. When you press enter, you will see automatic firmware update version and interactive firmware update version. If you have a production system and don't want to update everything, please choose interactive and select the hardware that you want to update. If you want to update everything, then choose automatic firmware update. If this is a new installation, I recommend automatic firmware update. If this is an old existing infrastructure, please choose interactive firmware and only the update the needings. Okay, it is updating. Now we choose another bay 5 ILO integrated remote console. Then choose SPP from different folder, but this is not necessary because it increases reading speed of ISO. Okay, then open an ILO basics. Okay, that's the process how we can update simultaneously all of the blades. There is a secret, there is a good point. One moment, I will show. I go forward the video. This is installation steps, but you don't need to do anything. More forward, we will see when you go forward, for example 9, but 1 is going up, you have to follow 1, 2. If you press 1, one moment, if you go back to the other ILO sessions, oh, there is no video. As you see, there is no video. It means you have updated firmware and it is rebooted and it's booting up. You need to unmount the CD, because if you don't unmount, it will restart the process again. That's the trick. You need to unmount virtual image. It's the other process is completed. We can go forward and update others. This is the main trick. Okay, no video, virtual drives, CD DVD, unmount, virtual image. This is the trick. Okay, I pause video for a while. Thank you so much. Get priced a little bit. Pause. If you connect all the blades with daisy chain, you will see like this: primary linked leader enclosure will primary and manage all other. As you see, this is selected default. When you select other blades, you can connect other side. You type your login username and password and log in one of them. You can choose the others and log in the other with the same screen. But we only select one. Okay. Rack overview. As you see front view, there are some blades. We have 8 blades here, and there are blanks here. When you see blank, dark blank, there is no module in this interconnect you can get. We have one virtual connect, one Ethernet module here. So information means the new server hasn't configured any IP address for ELO, so we need to configure it. Also you need orange at the LED. Okay, I go forward. I saw informations. I checked onboard administration IP from active onboard administrator. Okay, seeing TCP IP settings. It is configured. I also connect this IP this port to my notebook. Okay, I go forward a little bit. Okay. Okay. We need to configure enclosure by IP addressing. But before I wanna add a user and change the password because it's too complicated default password. But I will add another user called admin. It is so easy task. Maybe you need a customer, add user and give some rights. Maybe I define this user as admin. Administrator, give onboard administrator rights, interconnect rights which you wanna access. Then update user. Okay. If you want to define enclosure by IP addressing, selecting enclosure settings and enclosure by IP addressing. How many blades you have? 8 blades. So you select 8 blades. Only 8 blades that you want to configure. But this is not necessary, but I choose. As you see here, there is unknown and not available sections. Not available means not available. Unknown means state unknown. But there is an existing server in this bay. Okay, give the IP address to reach either of each blade. I go forward. You can enter DNS names, and you can also use autofill button, but I don't offer. And save the settings. Okay. Some states current address unknown, as you see, and information balloon still there, but that must be disappear like this. As you see, disappearing, and there is current address come back, disappearing. All the information balloons must be disappearing. Okay, interconnect base. If you want to reach interconnect base from their management console, you wanna also need configure IP address. This is same as ABPA. We configure ABPA and interconnect base. Okay, so you can configure enclosure settings, date and time. You give correct regional settings. If you want to also set SNMP, it can be done here. SNMP is useful if you want to send an alert of the hardware. There is HP softwares that can manage their Blades SNMPs. For example, if you unplug a power cable from HP hardware, it will send SNMP alert to the HP Manager software. Okay. I will pause this video for a while. Thank you so much. In this brief video, we will see how to update Virtual Connect's firmware. I will go forward a little bit because firstly you need to make FTP settings, unplug the firmware software to your computer. One moment. Okay, from control panel, then programs and features. Turn Windows features on or off. And then select Internet Information Server. Then FTP server. Then okay, it's so easy to install FTP server on your computer. That must be done before you want to update Virtual Connect. And you can also manage your FTP server from Administrative Tools Internet Information Server Manager. Click it, but it takes some while because our computer is very slow. Then open your domain, then die sites. Then the site of what? Oh, you wanna create an FTP site. New FTP site must be, you want to specify physical path. Where is the software? Then FTP site name. That's so easy. I already configured I have three firmware before. Then I enter fourth bay of management console of Virtual Connect. Oh, as you see, my desktop is too crowded. Then you need to enter admin and the password is default. Admin password. This is default, you know. Okay, we are logging in. Then switch admin. Switch admin is cool. Okay. Then firmware downloads. Then show where is the firmware. Firmware is on my notebook, and the anonymous user you can use or your currently user. Then select the firmware, but this is not selectable. You need to specify. I already specified before. It's coming up at the drop down menu from cache. When your firmware download process is successful, you will see a circle from here if all the settings are right, and this will take 30 minutes to complete. Okay, you can do simultaneously two off switch at the same time. I select the correct firmware. Where is my firmware? Here is my firmware. Okay, then download. Yes, if there is a wrong configuration, maybe username, password, you will see this screen because you didn't see any circle, but sorry, circle comes up. If you see the circle, it's currently initiating firmware download. This process takes some while. I will also show you another way of seeing switch interface. Copy the IP address of onboard administrator, then open a PuTTY session, then log in with your existing admin user and password. Okay, this is onboard administrator command line interface. To see all the commands, please type help. Okay, you see all the commands. Then if you want to connect an interconnect, please type connect interconnect 1 2 3 4. How many interconnect you have, I don't know, but type the connect interface number at the end of the comment. Some interconnects don't support serial connection because onboard administrator is serially connected all of the interconnects, but we have 3 and 4 virtual connect interfaces, virtual connect modules, so you can connect with connect and connect 3 commands. It is console. Please type enter and you will see login screen here. Okay, there is some processing. As you see, RC Mon service started. What's going on? As you know, we are updating now firmware. Now we can see the firmware background process. We also lose our web console connection. You can type your password. Sorry for the horns. Oops. As you see, we lose our web connection but still can access with the command line. This is really risky process. Oops, we see the IP address is changed. What's going on? You will practice in this when you want to operate brocade firmware, virtual connect module firmware. When update is comes finishing, it will change IP address with this 0.0.3.0, so you cannot access this with this IP. This is a really illegal IP address. The solution is unplug the switch module, then replug physically, not manually. Manually reset over command line not works. I also try in this video. You will see I shocked, then I log in something. I try to reset the system with command line. I issue shutdown or restart command. It is restarted but not solved. This is practical experience. I highly recommend. After updating this switch will not reachable, then you will unplug the switch and replug. It will solve the problem. Thank you so much. So what's left behind? We will show the first configuring for setup wizard. Okay, the fourth video. Okay, Camtasia Studio. Oops, I will show you another thing here. Okay, we see tree of place and you see the firmware also. When I select the middle of the enclosure and bottom of is already selected, then try to login. I have to see 2 of enclosure in one screen. Okay, this is the practice. I am typing username and password, wrong password and login. Okay, but I didn't enter the other enclosure's admin password, so I able to see 2 of them, enclosure 1, enclosure 2, but if you didn't enter password, you will not see the properties. You cannot change anything. You need to enter password, username, password. I try something, sometimes it's wrong because it's too complicated. If you enter the correct password, you will see, you will get the information and can change everything from only one Internet Explorer page. You can access all of the enclosures because the daisy chain structure. Okay, we will see balloons, information balloons. So this means these places not have any IP address at EBIPA, so I need to change the EBIPA. But I will, you know, the EBIPA, how it's changing. I need define another username because I have some problems with complex passwords. Okay. Date and time. Okay, I am searching for first time wizard. Oops, first time wizard here. One moment. Wizards first time setup. This is the first wizard. When you log on first blade, press next and select the enclosure that you want to configure. Then if you have a configuration file, configuration script, you can browse it and upload it. Then click next and everything is configured, but I don't have any configuration script, so I press skip or next. Okay, then date and time is very important. If you don't know time, you don't know how. Yes, Europe, Istanbul. If you have NTP server, highly recommended to configure. Enclosure name and start tag can be changed. Okay, next. Rack and enclosure settings. Administrator, if you want to change pin of LED, you can change. VPA settings can be done here, or you can do it manually. Interconnect IP address that can be set here. It's really easy. Task. Cabinet name if you want to describe. Enclosure name if you want to change. Okay, next. That's so easy. And finish. Enclosure by IP addressing can also be changed from here. Enclosure settings, enclosure by IP addressing. Select the enclosure that you want to configure and enter the IP address. You can use autofill button. I think I use autofill button. One moment. No, manually configure. Autofill button is not good. It fills everything that you don't select. Okay, this is the first time wizard. And what's next? Let me check. Updating or ILO. I can show you how to update an ILO in this course. One moment. There's a simulation in my computer. It's really easy how to update onboard administrator and ILO firmware. Well, this is a PowerPoint, but it looks like an interface. We log in. Then, if you want to update active onboard administrator module, we have two modules as you see. Here is the one, here is second. This is the main active because two LED is flashing. There is only one LED is lighting. Okay, firmware update. Browse and upload. This is so easy. You can see what is the current firmware of onboard administrator 1 and standby 2.2.5. Okay, this is a practical way. Open this node. Okay, if you want to update onboard administrator, just copy here HP C7000 enclosure. Then open a web page like support.hp.com. Then paste it. Then next. Then select 7000 enclosure. HP website is a little bit complicated. Download drivers and software. 7000 enclosure. HP Windows Server 2003. My computer is not 2003, but I commonly use this. HP Bladesystem C class onboard administrator firmware. Press download. Okay, what is downloading here? HP onboard administrator and the version number 56. As you see, previous version is 55. You can browse this from here, then upload. That's the way you like. Okay, but how to update ILO? integrated layout. Okay, copy this, support.hp.com, paste it, and next. Then what is your ELO technology? ELO 3 or 2, 4? ELO 3. ELO 3 downloads drivers and software. Then Windows 2003. Come on. Then online ROM flash component. This is an executable file. Here I can open. Here you can firstly extract from here to folder, that folder. Okay, I already extract, and there is a bin file. As you see, bin file is approximately 8 megabytes, not like size 6 megabytes. This is 8 megabytes bin file. Then you only need this file, and go to the device by that you want to upgrade. This process also can be simultaneously done. Press ELO, and under web administration and under administration tab you will see firmware update, and browse it and update. This is not a risky task, this is very easy task, you can easily achieve. Okay, daisy chain, first time wizard. Where is OA password located? OA password is located on the OA onboard administrator module. There's a little paper, you can get this, grab this from here, then you can learn what's your password. VIP IP address, power settings already done, NRT and redundant. Which you see the ROM. We already complete our course. Thank you so much.